to have him on this stage at Comedy Heights. He will be in Comedy Central next month, and right now, tonight, recording for Sirius XM Radio, the one and only, very funny J.R. Guzman.
Wow. Crazy. Standing ovation in the back, that's a good start. It's a really good start. Everyone's asking me, like, are you nervous to record your album at a sold-out auditorium? Yeah. How are you guys doing the third tier and the third level? You guys good? Yeah, what about the balcony over here? Make some noise. All right, cool, very cool. Oh, Carnegie Hall, thank you guys. I think the audio is going to be really good for this. I'm pretty proud of like how far I've come so far. Like I've done a lot so far. I'm a college graduate, and the best thing about graduating from college is that like I'm a man now, you know? Yeah, I don't have to call my parents to ask them for money, you know? Yeah, because now I live with them. It's so great. Give it up to my dad, he dropped me off. He's waiting in the car. I rolled the windows down so he can breathe. Make some noise if you have kids. Yeah. Make some noise if they're waiting in the car. No, it's cool. Like I love kids. I want to play you guys some music tonight a little bit. And actually, after college for a while, I was teaching third graders music. And one of the songs we would teach kids is "I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day." You know who loves that song? Is kids. Yeah. You know who hates that song? Is Chinese immigrants from the 1860s. Yeah. If you didn't laugh at that, you probably don't know history. Yeah. Or you're a Chinese immigrant from the 1860s. In which case, ni hao ma, shi shi ni. I'm just glad you made it here, and that railroad is so good. I love it. I'm not Chinese, by the way. I'm Filipino, in case anybody here is racist. Okay. Yeah, they're like, I don't know what he is. And I love being Filipino because I saw this commercial in the U.S. that made me so proud to be Filipino. You know, I learned that being Filipino, that I can feed myself for only 63 cents a day. That is such a good deal. Like, dude, are you guys still paying full price? Like, that's crazy, man. You gotta switch your citizenship on your card. I don't know how that works. I think you can switch it. But it's true. It was kind of a struggle when we first came here. We moved to Eagle Rock, California when I was really young. And this is a true story. We actually lived in a storage unit for like 2 weeks in Eagle Rock, California. It wasn't funny at the time. That's an interesting response. It's like my family went through a lot of pain. She's like, oh, finally my kind of humor. You know, my dog is sick. She didn't laugh as hard as that one. And I might not make it, you know? We're all gonna die one day, you guys. That was just for her. This is a true story. I'm like branching out. This is true. We actually lived in a storage unit for like 2 weeks, and I felt like that would have been the most awesome episode of Storage Wars. Like they just open it up and there's a Filipino family inside. On the outside, there's a dude with a trucker hat. He's like, I want that. I don't want those baseball cards. I want that smooth-skinned family. Yeah. Would you guys bid? You would bid. You would bid. But I feel like success is all in your name and everything. What's your name, sir, in the front? Aaron. That's a strong name. What do you do for a living?
Aircraft tech.
Oh, that's so cool. Aircraft tech. Give it up for Aaron doing aircraft tech. Yeah. Aaron with 2 A's, I assume. That's pretty cool already. That's cool. Like I feel like success comes from your name. Like both my brothers are studying dentistry right now, and my kids are gonna love swimming in their pool one day. But like my brother, his name is John Paul, after the former pope, and now he's successful. My parents named my other brother Ace after pilots, and now he's successful. They named me Anthony Jr. after my dad. Yeah, and he also lives with my mom. So sad, dude. Get a job. That's why you're waiting in the car, Dad. You wait in the car. My mom tried to get me to move out. She's like, look, JR, we're going to retire. We're going to sell the house, and we're going to move. It's like, oh, shoot. Like, where are we moving to? Let's do this. She was like, oh, he doesn't get it. You're so dumb. No, JR, it's just us. I was like, oh, shoot. Like, who's going to tell Dad? Like, it's going to break his heart, you know? He still doesn't know. My dad's like, JR, you might not be rich. You might not be successful, but you might not be my son. You're a little darker than your brothers, you know? You're like a Filipino noir. Your mom loves black guys. Me too, I'm gay. It's crazy to find out your dad's gay, like, in a joke that you wrote. You know, you could have just told me, you know? She knows. He knows. My dad tries to give me jokes. He is supportive. I know you guys know how dad jokes are. The only problem is he's not funny. Yeah. So my dad will come up to me. He's like, JR, I have a joke for you. Sometimes my wife, I hate her. Oh. That's it. That's the joke. Yeah, you guys love my dad's jokes, actually. My mom heard that, and she was like, you know what? You should make fun of your dad. How whenever he tells a lie, he flares his nostrils. And my dad heard that. He's like, that's not funny, JR. I have another joke for you. Okay. Sometimes my wife, I love her. You see what I did there? I still hit her, JR. But they are in love, actually. I can tell. I don't know if any of you guys were saying you have kids at home. There's something your kids can always tell and predict, like when your parents are going to get frisky, you know? Yeah, I can always predict when my parents are going to get frisky because, like, you know how you can predict a tsunami's going to come because, like, the waves will be really far back? I can tell because my dad will walk into my room with just a bottle of wine. Yeah, and he'll be like, JR, go to sleep. I'm like, what? Dude, it's 2 p.m. on a Sunday. He's like, trust me, JR. Go to sleep. I'm like, Dad, get out of my room, put some pants on, man. Are you guys ready for some music tonight? I'm gonna play you guys some songs tonight. Not a very smooth transition talking about my parents right there. All right, I'll do this, man. I want to do something special tonight. As we're recording this thing tonight. Thank you guys again just for coming out tonight. It's so awesome. And thank you guys. So I'm going to do something right here. Are you guys fans of rock and roll? Yeah! All right. I'm going to play some folk music. That's cool. Just slow it down. But this this first song, this is actually an Irish folk song about living with your folks. So here we go. Because you live with your folks again doesn't mean you're not a man. 'Cause you'll go out drinking and party hardcore as soon as you finished your chores. Die, da, die, die, da, die, die, da, die, die. You'll live with your folks till you die. Die, da, die, die, da, die, die, da, die, die. The house will be yours when they die. I've traveled the world, I've wandered and roamed. Man, it feels good to be home. My parents' love rings through the halls. I hear them make love through the walls. And die, doth. I just threw up in my mouth. A girl asked to come over. She's looking not bad. I'll ask if it's cool with my dad. My dad says it's cool if you'd like to come. Then I'm told no by my mom. Oh, die, day. Maybe I'll move out someday. And die, day. Till then, Mom, today's laundry day. Thank you. All right. Awesome. It's exciting, man. That's cool. It's exciting just to be traveling and performing here in San Diego. I'm from California. I'm from Sacramento. Okay, all right, 2 people from Sacramento or have heard of it. I just got back from traveling and performing on my 3rd world tour. It's pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you. It was my first tour, but only in the 3rd world. I love it. Beautiful beaches. Don't drink the water. It's like instant diarrhea. You know. I still have diarrhea now. And what we were doing out there was we were teaching English to Indonesian students, and I learned that English isn't even the most spoken language in the world. It's Chinese, because there's like so many Chinese people out there, which makes the 2nd most spoken language in the world English. That is such a stupid joke. But it always makes me laugh out loud. Like, so good. Right here. And like I was saying, I'm not Chinese, I'm Filipino. I was born actually in the Philippines in Pangasinan. Yeah, you guys know how Pangasinan rolls. Yeah. Like, what can I say about Pangasinan that hasn't already been said? You know? Like, you guys know the saying, like, what happens in Pangasinan? Yeah. No, that's not it. What happens in Pangasinan is very corrupt. Trying to change it one day at a time, starting with the schools and then the government. It's a really weird bumper sticker. Any Asians in the house tonight? Make some noise. Woo! Yeah, there you go. Isn't that like a Asian last name too? He's like, woo! He's like, and my cousin is Lee. That's cool. What nationality are you, my man?
I'm Chinese.
Chinese? There we go. Are you? Did you immigrate from there, or were you born here?
No, I'm not a citizen.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you're born in China.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't do anything wrong. Hey, can you deport him? Get him out. No, that's cool, man. That's awesome. I love being out there and everything because I'm a dual citizen. I'm Filipino and American, and the best thing about that is I get to choose like when I'm Filipino and when I'm American. You know, like I was in Vietnam and we're at this tour in Ho Chi Minh City, and they're like, "Oh, the Americans bombed like Vietnam." Like, don't tell anybody, by the way. That's on the down low. It's hush hush. They're like, Americans bombed here. They're like, "Hey, where are you from, by the way?" It's like, Philippines. And then I went back to the U.S. at U.S. Customs, and it's really hard to get back in now, like, as a brown guy, it's getting tougher, And they asked me, "Hey, where are you from?" And I was like, "America." Like, I did it in the accent and everything. But when I'm applying to colleges, like, that's when I'm Native American and gay. Like, I'm like, how and hey, But it's interesting, like, connecting with like people and everything. Like, like after the show, I'll probably talk to you guys, and every once in a while, people will come up and try to connect too hard, like on something that's not even relatable, like to what they're saying. Like some guy came up to me, he was like, "Yo, man, you're Filipino? That's crazy, because my dad served in Vietnam." I was like, okay, I guess that's close. Like, I'm dating a white girl right now. Like, hold your applause till the end. Okay. I did it. The American dream is possible. But, like, just because I'm dating a white girl, I don't go up to, like, other white people like, "Hey, you know her?" You like doing other white people things, like eating sandwiches with mayonnaise? Yeah, I know that's a thing. But it's interesting because when I go back to the Philippines, my family gets really excited to see a Filipino guy with a white girl. You know, it's interesting. Like, they start cheering like it's that scene from The Lion King. My cousin's like, "Na Savenya, Aray sa baba." Monkeys are bowing, giraffes are harmonizing. But it's different. I went to a certain part of the U.S. In the South, and this guy, he already knows. This guy yelled out at me. He's like, "Hey, Chinaman." And I was even offended. I was like, "Close." Like, keep guessing. And I should have known that guy was going to say something racist because he had a swastika tattoo, like, on his forehead. Yeah, and at least for the ladies, you know that guy's, like, not afraid of commitment. You know? Like, that's forever, you know? And so I started thinking about why, in some places, they're against interracial relationships. And I don't think it's because of racism. I think it's for a different reason. And this is a little country song that explains why. Saw a colored guy with my sister last night. Makes my blood boil, oh, simply at the sight. The fact that he's colored ain't troubling. Hell, I believe in civil rights. It's 2016, but nobody dates my sisters but me. Ain't that right, Marianne? In fact, my backyard's sponsored by Levi's, because I'm swimming in my own gene pool. High five. High five. That's just a pants joke. Everybody loves pants. Here we go. All right, this is my favorite verse right here. Actually, let's do this one. When I was a boy, I went to church, said all my amens, amen. I was mad to see my cousin Joe and a man holding hands. See, the Bible says it's wrong, but I disagree. See, the gays are people too. Musicals are my thing, but I like my cousins like my ham, 'cause I like them inbred. It's a little sandwich joke for all you clever folks. All right, make some noise if you love sandwiches. All right, okay, it's everybody. And this is my favorite verse right here. It's a little metaphor. I hope you guys like it. The other day, my mama was looking pretty good. I'm just playing. I'm not going to go there. That's that's way too far. She's like, is he going to talk about his... No, that's way too far. Can't joke about your own mom. That's... But my grandma, on the other hand, straight up fox. Don't care about your race or your sexual orientation. It's a free country, and dear God, I love this nation. I believe the same thing for a woman, man, or truck. As long as you're American, don't give up. You can date anyone, it's our liberty. As long as you keep it in the family. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. All right, you guys love songs about family. That's what I'm learning, about staying close to your family. No, that's cool, man. I'm gonna do a lot of musical comedy tonight. I'm not a man's man, you know, like you work out and stuff. Like your chin is even buff, you know. It's like, my best friend, he's a man's man. He's a man's man, by which I mean he has a very possessive gay husband. He's just super gay, and they get super jealous. It's really unhealthy. But me, I'm not gay, but like every time I see a black guy with light eyes, like I forget my own name. Like I'm like, yo, man, what's your name? He's like, Chris. What's yours? I'm like, Chris. Just blink, you're making my knees weak. You know? And I was doing this show in New York, and I see this black guy with light eyes crossing the street with his girlfriend, and I accidentally did like a little double take. I was like, oh, shoot. And the girl saw me, and she was like, excuse me? Yeah, and I was like, bitch, I'm not looking at you. Like, it's getting so cocky, you know? But I do feel safer like going to the gay club, you know, like I just feel safer there. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm always like the one straight dude in my sea of gay friends. Like I'm like a needle in a gay stack. That's just, but that's just because I feel safer, you know. Like you see two dudes staring you down at the club, and like they get like, you know, all mad at the end of the night, and they see you and they're staring you down. They yell at you. They're like, "Hey, you!" But like you see two dudes staring you down at the gay club. They're all supportive. They're like, "Hey, boo." And like that's how you know you're about to get some free drinks, you know. I'm pro gay, you know, and like I'm professional gay. I'm a pro. I get paid for this. See those amateur gays out there? Your shorts ain't even short, boo. You amateur gay. Anyways, so I'm pro gay, and that's why I wanted to start my own gay club to give back for newly single gay men on the rebound. Yeah, it's called One Man's Junk is Another Man's Treasure. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a great cause that we're fighting for. And that's why I really want to talk about love tonight. I was going to do this, actually, but I'm going to do something that I didn't plan. Because my cousin, she's so supportive, and she travels with me to every show that I do, and she's here tonight, and she's actually getting married, you guys. Can you guys make some noise for her in the back? Yeah, you did it, girl. Woo! Yeah. No, she's not here. I was like, is it that white guy? He's adopted. That's progressive. No. She's not here, but she is getting married. And she asked me to be the wedding singer at her wedding. So I decided to write an original piece. And I want to see what you guys think of it. Are you sure you want to do this? Forever is a long, long time. And that's the song. Oh, wow. It's crazy. Another standing ovation. That's two in one night. It's going to be a good CD. That's awesome, man. These are all shorter songs. This part of the album. And it's from an album that's all love songs for accountants. Yeah. It's called Let's Get Fiscal. Yeah, you know, that's how they talk dirty, you know. It's like, there's some growth. Is there interest? Like, check out this lump sum. But it's also a Christian album. And actually, the way that I learned how to sing and play music was through my grandma. She would take us to church like twice a day. Yeah, I feel like even Jesus needs his space. Yeah. Like, I feel like when she goes to heaven, Jesus is going to be like, yo, I'm not here. Peter, you take this one. She's clingy, dog. She's like, Jesus, where are you? I know you're here, Jesus. I saw your hair. Don't run on the water, Jesus. It's dangerous. But I do want to give back. I'm actually also working on a safe sex advice column for Christian teenagers. Yeah, it's called Just the Tips. Yeah, and comes with a free workout video. It's 60-second abstinence. And you guys, it is a Christian album, you know, and it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, or vegan, like, whatever you believe, you know. If you believe in gluten, if you believe in gluten-free, hopefully these songs will touch you. No. This song right here is actually called Two Things, and it compares two things in each verse, and it's dedicated to my grandma. So here we go. Thin mustache, a potato chip. These are two things on my grandma's lip. It's for my grandma. She's back there with my cousin. Yeah, she's getting drunk. Huh? A Chinese guy on a bike, a Korean guy on a bike. These are two things that look exactly alike. That's to end racism, you know. Like, we gotta focus on the similarities, not the differences. Okay? You guys feel the racism leaving your bodies tonight? Yeah. All right, it's going up into the air vents. Gotta clean that out later. There's a little confession right here. A Ukrainian family, a baby mouse. These are two things hiding in my house. That song has a weird ending. Don't look into it, though, you know? It's like, it just rhymes, you know? Like, what are you guys, cops? Don't look into it. It's just whatever. You guys seem like a smart crowd tonight, you know? Like, San Diego is a smart audience and everything. Yeah, yeah. Can I give it up for yourselves? Yeah, that's awesome. Like, you guys are smart. My brother, he's always been in, like, lower level learning classes. And we finally had him tested for ADD and dyslexia. And it was really sad when the test results came back to find out that he was just really freaking stupid. Oh, man. And I guess that story has no point. I just tell it, you know, because my brother is here with my grandma and my cousin. And he loves that joke, you know? Yeah, like, he doesn't get it. But he really loves the words that he can understand. He's like, whoa, that's a good word. No, my brother's, he's gonna be a dentist, you guys, he's okay. He's a smart guy. But my brother, I wrote the song for him anytime he feels down about something he's going through. And this is a song that's about, like, comparing your life to other people. When you're down, remember life's a game. You know Mike Tyson can't pronounce his own name. And that's it. Then he feels pretty good. You know, I did that song in Vegas, and I didn't realize that that's where Mike Tyson lives. And I was on a show that was, like, opening. That was the first show of the night. It was a comedy show. And at the comedy club, Mike Tyson was on next. And yeah, so you'd imagine when they're like, hey, Mike Tyson's here, like, he wants to meet you. I was like, I'm good. I think I'll pass. I want to do this, like, I want to be a good dad one day. And it's interesting coming from, I grew up in the Catholic church. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to my senior year in high school. And it's interesting because you learn certain stories, you know? Like the story of Moses teaches you, you can have a baby and put him in a basket and send him down the river, and he'll become a prince. You know? But, like, if I do it, like, I'm a bad dad. Like, I'm not going to do that. So this song right here is a little song about someone who's done a lot of miracles in my life. My favorite. Once upon a time, a boy was sent from above to spread the message of peace and love. Some would love him and some would hate him. That boy was Channing Tatum. Little baby Channing, won't you save us? All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Cool. It's so nice to be out here. You know, it makes me feel accomplished. Because sometimes I get insecure about my accomplishments and stuff. Like, I was sleeping at my cousin's house, and I was looking at his accomplishments on the wall, you know, and I was feeling insecure. And it's really sad because he's like 11 years old. It's like, he's got straight A's, honor roll, and all that stuff. But that's why I want to, like, feel better about myself. And my dad makes me feel good because I used to pee my pants a lot in high school. But then I felt better when I found out that my dad pooped his pants a lot. Like, I could tell because we would be on long trips, and he'd be like, Jay, I really have to poo. And all of a sudden he'd be like, actually, I'm okay. I didn't know that until I got older. I want my kids to grow up, they're a product of their environment. I want them to grow up in a place that's progressive. Like here is pretty progressive. I feel like you would look both ways before saying a racist joke out here, you know? But I feel like in other places you have to look both ways before saying something progressive. You're like, hey man, like, I'm cool with interracial relationships. And they're like, what'd you say? It was like, nothing, white power. Just to buy yourself some time, you know? They're like, he's brown, can he even say that? It's like, whatever, I like him. But it's just different. Like, my brother, he actually won a competition in the Philippines at his school for having the lightest skin in his school. You know, so in the Philippines, they really like you to have, like, light skin. They have whitening soaps. in my family, we didn't know how to celebrate. You know, we were just like, yeah, white power. And I was starting to get it. I was like, whoa, that feels good in your chest to say it. Like, it's not just racism, it's just natural to say it. And so I decided to write a song. It just rolls off the tongue weird, you know? One thing I like about the US a lot is that we're always trying to like give back to other countries and stuff, you know? There's always like programs that give back. Like there's all these kids from college building houses for people in other countries. Like, was it Habitat for Humanity? Isn't that like all these kids with like college degrees don't even know how to do construction work, but they're building it. That's why I want to do like a reverse mission trip, you know? I want to get like Filipinos coming to America to build huts for like college students. Yeah, they're like, what is this? I don't, just do it, man. And it's interesting because I feel like there's a whole thing now, like immigrants used to be able to come here and like get a job as a taxi driver, and that was an easy job to get. But now there's Uber. And I feel like Uber is the first time that Americans are taking jobs back from immigrants. Like Indian guys, like, they took our jobs. What's happening here? And that's why I want racism to end. How do you guys feel about that? Okay. Would have been real awkward if you didn't get excited. But I think the place where racism ends is food, you know? And specifically for me, it's at the taco truck. Because, yeah, that's where it ends. I'm like, I believe in all people and diversity. Because you see, like, Mexican people outside of Home Depot, you know, sometimes, and they don't speak English that well. And you'll see, like, a bunch of white dudes in a truck driving by, like, learn English or get out. But I feel like when you go to the taco truck and the guy at the truck doesn't speak English that well, you're like, these tacos are going to be amazing. Like, don't hold back, Jose. So I decided to write a song that kind of is against racism. You know, with all that stuff, it's so easy to be racist. So this is a song that promotes something beautiful that you can create from mixed relationships. You know, like Lisa, beautiful lady right there. It's a little tribute song to the most beautiful thing I've ever seen you can create in a relationship. So I've seen the flowers bloom in May, and the Eiffel Tower and the Golden Gate, but nothing's as pretty to me as your face, 'cause you're the evolution of the human race, interracial baby, and you're so beige, khaki-colored baby, like a legal notepad page. And here's a few people who are famously mixed, and Bruno Mars and Alicia Keys, they're more caramel than a Twix. You're afraid to have a mixed baby because of your mama. Tell her mixed babies can be president, just ask President Obama. Interracial baby, you can be the president. KKK upsetting baby. That's messed me up right there. You're the reason Jesus came back for Lent. If there were more mixed babies, there'd be no World War II. If the Japanese were half white, there'd be no Pearl Harbor. They'd all return to avoid getting sunburned. White people got sensitive skin. If Hitler was half black, there'd be no Sig Heil, just power to the people. Interracial baby, Daddy's here, Beyonce-colored baby. The 1950s weren't your year. Thank you guys. All right. Thank you guys. Let's do some shout outs, man. How all the ladies in the house tonight, make some noise. All right, all the fellas, let me hear the dogs. Hoo, fellas. All right. Got some sexy dogs in the house. We got an injured pit bull over there. It's cool, man. I want to give you guys a message. Like, I think it's really important to give back. Something I like to do is I like throwing change into wishing wells. You know, I feel like throwing your change into a wishing well is kind of weird, though. I feel like that's like another way of saying I like water fountains more than I like homeless people. And that's stupid, you know? So, like, if I see the homeless guy next to a wishing well, like, I'll at least ask him first. I'm like, excuse me, sir, are you a genie? He's like, what? No. I'm like, get a job, wish. Because I got dreams, too. It was like, why do you already have a dog that's financially irresponsible? No, that's stupid. I love homeless people. My uncle actually spent some time being homeless. Like, he loved camping, but mostly under this one bridge. And I would visit. And it's interesting because people always say, hey, you know, don't give homeless people money, pay them in food because you don't know what they're going to spend it on. And similarly, like when I pay my taxes, like I only pay them in food. Guys, that's a joke. I don't even pay my taxes. I don't know how yet. I want to play you guys another song. This one's about sports right here. And one of my favorite things in sports is, well, I actually grew up, I was an athlete myself. I was in the spelling bee. Yeah, I can spell any word, give it to me, you know. Don't do it, I'm just kidding, don't do it. Woo, W-O-O, boom. It's also a Chinese last name, W-U, bang. But it's interesting, like, I also coached third graders basketball for a little bit, and it was cool. I did it for the love of it, because I didn't even do it for the money, you know. Because I didn't even get paid for it, you know? Yeah. Like, I wasn't even signed up for it, you know? Like, I would just hang out at schools and yell at little kids. And that was motivational for me. I learned a lot of things playing sports in school. And I did play sports. I did swimming for 1 week and wrestling for 3 days. And I learned a lot. It's all about the rules. You know, like, it's okay to pee, like, during swimming. But, like, in wrestling, it's frowned upon. I learned that. It's like, but you could still win. You could still win. Don't give up if you do. But this little song is all about sports, and this is going to slow it down right here. This is about why athletes cry after games, like at the end of the Super Bowl. And I don't think it's because of like emotions. I actually think it's a different reason, and that's it right here. You just lost the Super Bowl. The other team cheers as confetti falls, and you break down and cry. Do you cry just to fill the void, or because the other team is overjoyed? Is it because you're on steroids? Steroids are powerful and take control. You're feeling angry yet vulnerable, and then you cry. Never felt so emotional in your life. For no reason you beat your wife. I'm just kidding, that's too hard. I just want to see if you guys are still listening. There we go. And then you cry. Your breasts are sore, your nipples ache. You tell your friends it's a protein shake. But that's a lie. Oh, next time you'll be wiser. Avoid the beaver tranquilizer. This is why athletes cry from performance enhancing drugs. Thank you very much. Awesome, man. You guys are such an awesome crowd. I want to actually do something different right here and feel out what you guys want to talk about. Aaron, any topic you want to hear a song about? It's going to be something special. Any topic you want to hear a song about, I want to play a song about that. You guys cool with that tonight? Yeah! All right, well, improv. All right, any song, any topic.
Rabbits.
Nice and loud.
Rabbits.
You guys hear what he said? He said Spanish colonization of the Philippines. Okay. awesome. That's awesome. All right, I'll try to think of something, Aaron. So in the moment, that's a risk on an album you're recording. That's such a risk. But that's what I do. I'm a risk taker. Like I was in Asia and I was doing a fundraiser for Behold. There was an earthquake, and the host came on. He was like, "Well, first of all, I have a song that makes fun of Asia, and there's places where that song doesn't work, like Asia." And the host is like, "This earthquake is the worst thing that's ever happened in the Philippines." And then I played that song, and he was like, "That was the second worst thing that's ever happened to the Philippines." Like Pacquiao losing and then that song. And so I wanted to try to write something like more, positive for the Philippines. But it's interesting because they go through a lot of stuff. Like I was out there in the Southeast Asia, I was in Indonesia, and I got robbed by a monkey. Yeah. And you know how bad the economy has to be that like monkeys resort to a life of crime? Like, yeah, he's like, "Yo man, let me take your money." And like, I don't know why the monkey is cholo in that scenario. Like, I gotta feed my kids, man. But it's just such a different world out there. Like, I would love being born in the Philippines. I'm proud to say that I was the youngest employee of the month at my sweatshop. And it was for Nike, and on the inside the slogan's different. It's "Don't cry, just do it." So anybody here wearing Nikes tonight? Make some noise. Yeah, all right, screw those guys. Wear Adidas. Yeah, but the stitching is really good. It's interesting. That's why I do like companies that give back. I love Tom's Shoes. Every time you buy a pair of Tom's shoes, they donate a pair of Tom's shoes to a poor kid from another country. And that's so awesome. Because now when I buy Tom's in the Philippines, like they're buy one, get one free. Like, that's not even a joke, that's just a really good sale. I love it. And I say all these things like in jest. I do really hope that there can be more Asian American talent in Hollywood and in the media. That's like one of my real big goals. Because like it doesn't matter what skin color you are, opportunity and talent is talent. Like I watched Star Wars and okay, yeah. There we go. I planted her in the audience. I was like, when I say Star Wars, you say Star Wars. But for any of the Asians in the audience, like I watched Star Wars and it's scary. I'm scared for Asians because we don't make it to the future. Like there's just Yoda. Yoda's the only one who made it. Because he's short, he's got the broken English, he fights in a kimono. Yeah. Someone told me, actually, that Star Wars, I guess, was in a galaxy long, long ago. It was, like, in the past. But I still think Yoda is Asian, and that's my argument right there. Yeah, I should have used Guardians in the Galaxy or something. I went to Applebee's, and I heard this phrase that wasn't very Hawaiian. It was aloha and welcome to Applebee's. And so I wondered, like, why did that happen? It's because they got super Americanized. And I was wondering, like, about all that stuff and thinking about colonization. And I started thinking about the differences between people who have been colonized, like, in their culture, and then people who haven't, Like, for a lot of white people, like, sailing is, like, a really big thing, It's really cool. But for, like, anyone who's been colonized, like, the first time you saw a sailboat, it was a really bad day. It wasn't a vacation afterwards. No sandwiches with mayonnaise, Like even white people even love like wearing sailboat shoes when they're not sailing, I'm like, relax, buddy. And so I decided to write this song that kind of tells the strategy of how the Spaniards colonized the Philippines and Latin American countries. Like just now, in my head with Aaron. And so this is a song I came up with. This is about the military strategy of the Spanish colonization of the Philippines. Here we go. Hola. Buenos dias. Gasolina. This is for Aaron right here. It's totally improvised. Filipinos were colonized by the Spaniards. The Spaniards valiantly prevailed. They were brave and had courage, honor, endurance. And they also used guns. That helped a lot. Mexico was colonized by the Spaniards in a heroic story of victory. The Spaniards were logical, strategical, methodical. Just kidding, they used guns. Again. They asked, why did you bring a gun to the sword fight? But the Filipinos didn't even bring a sword to the sword fight. you're so poor. Okay. Well, today in Spain they have the bullfight. It's a big sin against animal rights. Well, I feel no pain. It's a bright day in Spain when the bull freaking wins. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is that good, Aaron? Was that good enough? Totally on the spot, you know. Totally improvised, you guys. After that song and the smooth vocals, you guys are probably wondering, I wonder if this guy dates right now. So I'll tell you. I'm dating a girl right now who's kind of an old soul. Like, I love, like, mature women. You know, I don't like girls, I like mature women. And I'm dating a girl who's an old soul. She has an old face and body, too. She's just an old lady. And I do it for the AARP discount at IHOP. You know, I love those pancakes, and I never know what kind of hard candy is going to be in her purse. But people always wonder, when you like to date like an older woman, like maybe there's some kind of like Freud thing going on. You know, you guys heard of like the Oedipus complex. And I don't believe in the Oedipus complex. I think maybe Freud just had a really hot mom. He was like, no, everybody like thinks their mom's hot. I was like, no, man. Everyone thinks their mom's hot and wants to kill their dad. It's like, no, I think Freud, your mom's just super hot. And I learned things like from like older women. Like this girl was the first girl that I ever had phone sex with. Yeah, you know, it was cool. It was kind of weird because she didn't know about it. Like I was just doing it to a regular conversation, you know. It's like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. Oh, I'm done. You know. That gets weird after a while. But I do really relate with the women, you know. Like I used to grow my hair out really long for this company called Locks of Love, and I would go to the club and like guys would start grinding on me, and I would turn around and they weren't like, "Whoa, it's a dude." Yeah, they're like, "Whoa, she's a 5." Yeah, like that body's good, but that face, man. And like, about how do you guys feel about like this? This is a serious movement, like transgendered people. You guys accepting? Pro? Yeah, there we go. Okay, one person, the ambassador for the room. How do you guys feel? We love them. Cool. All right, we're gonna use both of those in the recording. Everybody agreed at the same time. No, but this is something. I feel like the Philippines is always, it's been an interesting thing, because Philippines has always been accepting of transgendered people for a long time. Like, it's been a big thing. But the thing that we haven't figured out is, like, the sewage system. So we're, like, progressive in one way and kind of, like, still old-fashioned the other way. Like, I would go over there and I see my cousin pooping into a hole. And he looks at me, he was like, dude, I heard America's not accepting of transgendered people yet. You guys are savages. That's gross, man. You guys are gross. Really, really gross. And it's interesting, like, I really relate with women because, like, I always wonder if women are going to get equal pay, you know, one day, just like men, you know, and I hope they do. Like, and I think the reason, I think the whole thing with men getting paid more, I think that's why women hate small penises, you know? Because they see a small penis and they're like, this makes you 30 cents more than me? Like, there you go, that's for the ladies. Yeah, they're like, it's so small, it looks like a cancerous mole. But that's why I have this song. I was dating this girl, and I like to give back to like women a lot, or at least the girl I'm dating, because like it's such a, you know, hard world out there for you. And so this girl asked me to write a love song, and this song is all about that song I wrote for her. You a love song, simple and true. Wrote you a love song from me to you. And wrote you a love song for the things that you do, but mostly 'cause you asked me to. I changed my religion, now I'm a Jew. Used to speak Christian, now I speak Hebrew. I wear a yarmulke, bid my foreskin adieu. all because you asked me to. I went on a diet, all I eat is juice. Even kids in Africa are eating more food. I really miss bacon, all I eat's tofu, all because you asked me to. I would fight ISIS for you. I'd move to North Korea if you like the view. I'd give you my kidneys, I don't know what they do. And these are the things I would do. And we've been together a while now, it's true. And there's not much for you that I would not do. But let you pick the movies in our Netflix queue. Not even if you asked me to. I'd never watch Twilight 2. Thank you guys so much. I got one more song for you guys tonight. I gotta go check on my dad and my cousin in the car. And so I want to leave you guys with this song right here, and kind of leaves a little message, you know. Like, for example, I think it's weird that you can get something bad like from sex, like STDs, you know. Like why can't you get good things from sex, like sexually transmitted character strengths, you know? Yeah. Like, yo, man, I made love to Lisa, and now I have a burning sense of ambition. So I want to play this song right here that kind of talks about my prom and something that I went through with my prom. It's a little prom story for you guys. And thank you guys again for being here. The day was June 5th. I took her to the prom. It was so special, we had dinner with my mom. She told you when I was younger that I peed my pants a lot. Psh, come on, Mom, you're such a cock block. Be respectful, be a gentleman. Thanks for the advice, Mom, I hope it gets me laid. I wore a tux, she wore a dress. We broke the ice with some compliments like, I like your gown, she liked my vest. I really liked her eyes, how they compliment her breasts, yeah. She was wearing a flowery dress and it looked like a booby garden, you know. I've got a green thumb, that's all I'm saying. It's a gardening joke. And we made it to the dance floor, she held my hand. Finally this boy becomes a man. Cause she was standing up, then she heard T-Pain. Then she bent over like she was looking for some change. Was glad she couldn't find it, cause I scooted up behind her and like a windshield wiper, rubbed my wiener on her butt cheeks. Yeah, that doesn't rhyme, but that's just how people dance these days. Alright, this is the most important part of the story. We went back to the hotel, time to go to bed. Then she got a booty call, talk to that guy instead. I was so mad, what's a boy to do to keep his senior balls from turning blue? The dude comes over and shakes my hand. I punched him in the face with my words like a man. I was like, look, man, you can talk to my date all you want, but I'm gonna play it cool and she's gonna know who the bigger man is, right, you guys? Yeah. Well, they started having sex in the room I paid for. The positive, I slept on such a great floor. It's probably better for your back anyways, you know? I was so well rested. Well, good for that guy, sounds like he had fun. Well, guess what? Now that mofo has a son. That's a true story. So maybe in the end, and I'm the one that won. And moral of the story, use a condom. All right, thank you guys very much. I'm Jared Guzman. Hope you guys had a good night.